ஆழ்வார் திருடிகளே சரணம், எம்பெருமானார் திருடிகளே சரணம், ஜீயர் திருடிகளே சரணம், ஜீயர் திருடிகளே சரணம், ஆளவந்தார் திருடிகளே சரணம், பெரியவாச்சான் பிள்ளை திருடிகளே சரணம். ஸ்ரீசைலேஷ தயாபாத்திரம் தீபக்தியாதி குணார்ணவம் யதீந்திர பிரவணம் வந்தே ரம்ய ஜாமாதரம் முனிம் ரம்ய ஜாமாத்திரி யோகீந்திர பாத ரேகாமயம் சதா ததாயத்தாத்ம சத்தாதிம் ராமானுஜ முனிம் பஜே. லக்ஷ்மீநாத சமாரம்பாம் நாத யாமுன மத்தியமாம் அஸ்மத் ஆச்சாரிய பரியந்தாம் வந்தே குரு பரம்பராம். यो नित्यमच्युतपदाम्बुज युग्मरुक्म व्यामोहतस्तदितराणि तृणाय मेने अस्मद्गुरोर्भगवतोऽस्य दैकसिन्धोः रामानुजस्य चरणं शरणं प्रपद्ये. मातापिता युवतयस्तनया विभूतिः सर्वं यदेव नियमेन मदन्वयानाम् आद्यस्य न कुलपते रघुलाभिरामं श्रीमत्तदङ्घ्रियुगळं प्रणमामि मूर्ध्ना. भूतं शरश्च महताह्वय भट्टनाथ श्रीभक्तिसारकुलशेखर योगिवाहान् भक्ताङ्घ्रिरेणुपरकाले यतीन्द्रमिश्रान् जिमत्पराङ्कुशमुनिं प्रणतोऽस्मि नित्यम्. स्वादयन्निक सर्वेषां त्रय्यन्तार्थं सुदुर्ग्रहं स्तोत्रयामास योगीन्द्रस्तं वन्दे यामुनाह्वयं. नमो नमो यामुनाय यामुनाय नमो नमः. नमो नमो यामुनाय यामुनाय नमो नमः. We have been enjoying Alavanda's divine composition, Stotra Rathnam. This brings out the beautiful essence of Dvaya Mahamantram. We've seen up to 53 SlOkams. In the 52nd and 53rd SlOkams, Alavandar highlighted the aspect of Atma Samarpanam. First, he submitted himself to Bhagavan, and then he later realized that, rather immediately realized that, what am I submitting to Bhagavan? This Atma is already a property of Bhagavan. So if I go and submit this Atma to Bhagavan, it is nothing but cheating him. So Alavandar retracted from that act. And it was explained that being a Sheshabhuta, eternal servitor of Bhagavan, having realized that one is already owned by Bhagavan, that itself is sufficient. Anything more than that is extraneous only. Even doing Sharanagati is extraneous only. Now the question will arise, why did Bhagavan himself said, you perform Sharanagati? In Bhagavad Gita, he had said, Sarvadharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Raja. In many other places, it is emphasized that we must perform Sharanagati. Why is that? For that, our Acharyas have explained that when we realize our true identity as Sheshabhuta, it will be difficult for us to resist performing Sharanagati towards Bhagavan, because it is a natural outcome. When we realize that we are owned by Bhagavan, then we would like to tell him that I take refuge of you because you already own me. So it's just a natural emotion which comes out. That is why this Sharanagati is said as Adhikari Visheshanam. That is, it is a quality of the true servitor of Bhagavan. It is not a upayam to attain Bhagavan. So all of these were explained in the last two SlOkams. Now 54th SlOkam, we have to continue from there. Avabodhitavan imam yada mainityam bhavatiyatam swayam kripayai tat ananya bhogyatam Bhagavan bhaktimapi prayachame. In this SlOkam, Alavandar is reflecting upon the Atma Samarpanam which was previously performed, and Alavandar realizing that everything is Bhagavan's Nirhetika Kripa only. Even performing Sharanagati, it is also happening by the grace of Bhagavan only. He is trying to accept this Atma and every other Atmas. So as an outcome of Bhagavan's effort, it has come to the stage that we surrender to Bhagavan. Now, Alavandar is requesting Bhagavan to grant the three levels of bhakti. That is, three levels of bhakti towards Bhagavan, which is explained as Parabhakti, Parajnanam, Paramabhakti. Parabhakti is the stage of understanding that being together with Bhagavan is joyful and being in separation from Bhagavan is sorrowful. Parajnanam is the stage of being able to visualize Bhagavan from this samsaram itself. And Paramabhakti is the stage of I cannot remain in the samsaram for even one more moment. The next moment, if I don't see Bhagavan, I will die. So that is the Paramabhakti stage. So these three stages usually happen in a step-by-step manner. For example, Nammalvar being blessed with Mayarvara Madinalam, that is pure devotion towards Bhagavan, he went through these three stages. From the first pasaram in his first Prabandham, Thiruviruttam, up to Thiruvaimozhi, 10th centum, 8th decade. Nammalvar was enjoying Parabhakti stage. And then Thiruvaimozhi, 10th centum, 9th decade, Sool Vishum Mani Mugil, in that Padigam, in that decade, in that Dashakam, Alvar is enjoying Parajnanam stage. And then finally, in Muniye Nanmugane, Alvar goes through Paramabhakti stage. So Alavandar is praying for these three stages of bhakti for him also. And Alavandar is saying, because I got everything based on your costless mercy, I would like to get these three stages of bhakti also, because this bhakti will be useful to enjoy and serve Bhagavan with great eagerness and great devotion. This bhakti is nothing but the ruchi. So that ruchi, the taste, should grow, should flourish. So that is what is being prayed by Alavandar in this shlokam. Bhagavan. Let us see the word by word meanings. Bhagavan, O my Lord, Mai, in me, Nityam, always present, Imam Bhavadiyatam, this Sheshatvam, this servitude, Yatha, how, the way I got it, Avabodhidavan, how you made me realize my Sheshatvam. Similarly, Swayam Kripaya, just purely by your mercy. Etat Ananya Bhogyatam, not having any other deviation, that is, being exclusively focused on and having extreme sweetness. So nothing else interests us. Such bhakti mapi, such devotion. The devotion where there is no deviation, where there is no other interests, where there is no taste for other things. Such devotion, that is the three stages of bhakti, Parabhakti, Parajnanam, Paramabhakti, may prayacha, you should mercifully grant me, says Alavandar in this shlokam. For Bhakti Yoga Nishtas, that is, those who pursue Bhakti Yogam, for them, after many, many births, this Bhakti Yogam will be established in them. So, after getting established with Bhakti Yogam, by their efforts, they will have to go through these three stages, Parabhakti, Parajnanam, Paramabhakti, before reaching Bhagavan. But those three stages were granted by Bhagavan to Alvar out of his unconditional grace, causeless mercy. So Alavandar is also praying for the same three stages of bhakti from Bhagavan, so that Alavandar's ruchi towards Bhagavan will increase multifold. So that is 54th shlokam. Next 55th shlokam. Tabadasya sukaika sanginam bhavaneshvastvapi kita janma me itara vasadeshu masmabhut api me janma chaturmukatmana. Very beautiful shlokam. Now here Alavandar is going from devotion towards Bhagavan, from that stage to devotion towards Bhagavatas, devotees of Bhagavan. So it is going from Prathama Parvam to Charma Parvam, from the initial stage of devotion towards Bhagavan to ultimate stage of devotion towards Bhagavatas. Let us see the introduction given by Periyavachan Pillai. Being granted with the three stages of bhakti by Bhagavan, due to that overwhelming devotion towards Bhagavan, instead of stopping at servitude towards Bhagavan, Alavandar is now praying for servitude towards Bhagavatas. Tadiyas. Tadiyas means those who are devoted to Bhagavan, exclusively devoted to Bhagavan. This is very similar to how Nammalvar also experienced in Tiruvaimozhi. In Tiruvaimozhi, 8th centum, 8th decade is Kangal Sivanth. There, Nammalvar enjoyed Bhagavat Sheshatvam, that is being a servitor of Bhagavan. And then in the next Padigam, there Nammalvar enjoyed, in that Karumanika Malai Padigam, Nammalvar enjoyed Ananyarga Sheshatvam, that is exclusive servitude towards Bhagavan. And not stopping, being unable to stop with that, Nammalvar enjoyed in Nedumar Kadimai, 8th centum, 10th decade, Bhagavata Sheshatvam, that is servitude towards Bhagavatas. So similarly, Alavandar is also enjoying now or praying for Bhagavata Sheshatvam here in this shlokam. This is similar to how Sri Shatrughnalvan is always focused on serving Bharatalvan. He was not serving Sri Rama, he was not serving Lakshmana, but he was serving Bharatalvan always. That is because Bharatalvan was situated in proper Paratantriya mood towards Sri Rama. So Shatrughnalvan's state of mind is prayed by Alavandar in this shlokam. Let us see the word by word meanings. Tava, your, dasya sukha eka sanginam. Those who are fully engaged in the joy, in the bliss of Sheshatvam towards only you. So there are Bhagavatas who are fully engaged in servitude towards Bhagavan only. This shlokam is addressed towards Bhagavan, so he is telling those who are fully immersed in servitude towards you only, Bhavaneshu, in their Tirumaligais, that is divine abodes, divine residence, may, for me, Kita Janma me, api, Kita Janma api, being born as a worm, a small worm, astu, should happen. So Alavandar is praying that I should be born as a worm which just crawls on the soil. But I should be born as a worm in the divine abode of a devotee, not anywhere else. I should just be there. Astu, let that happen. Itara avasateshu, in the residences of others. Chaturmukha Atmana Janma Api, even being born as Brahma, who has great powers, who can create this world. If I am born as Brahma in anywhere else, apart from devotees, there are so many other people. Even if I have to be born as Brahma with great powers in such residences, may, for me, Masmabhut should not happen. I don't desire that to happen, says Alavandar in this shlokam. So here, the importance or greatness of having Bhagavata Sambandham. Here we have to understand that Alavandar is not even desiring to be a son or a disciple or even a servant of Bhagavata, but he is satisfied with just being a worm in the residence of a pure Bhagavata, because even just that birth would give most highest bliss, because having the darshan of that Bhagavata, being in his presence, that itself is a great fortune. Actually, that is the greatest fortune. So, that is being prayed by Alavandar in this 55th shlokam. Next, 56th shlokam. Sakritvadakara viloka nashaya. Trinīkritanuttama bhukti muktibihi. Mahatmabirmam avalokyatam naya kshanepite yat virahodi dussahaha. So here in this shlokam, Periyavachan explains in the introduction section, Alavandar is actually asking, do I need the greatness of being born in a Vaishnava's divine abode? No, no. I don't even need that. All I need is such great Vaishnavas. Instead of ignoring me, they should just bless me with their divine glance, thinking me to be theirs, their possession. So I don't even need to be born in a Vaishnava's residence. I may be somewhere else, but if a Vaishnava considers me as his possession or his relative or his um, having his connection somehow and considering me to be someone who is dear to him, that itself is sufficient, says Alavandar in this 56th shlokam. Let us see the word by word meanings. Yad virahaha, that separation of that great Vaishnavas, te, for you, kshane api, even for a fragment of time, even of a fraction of a moment, ati dussahaha, being intolerable for you. So such Bhagavatas, whose separation is intolerable for you, even for a moment. Sakrit, once. Tvat akara vilokana ashaya, to see your divine form just once, with that desire to see your divine form, Trinikrita Anuttama Muktibihi. Those who have no interest in great moksham or great enjoyment in this world, those who don't care for those who care for those things, even liberation or enjoyment in this world, as just a blade of grass. So those persons, taihi mahatmabihi, those by those great personalities, great Sri Vaishnavas, Avalokyatam, having the fortune of being glanced by them. Mam Naya, make me attain. So Alavandar is praying here to Bhagavan, just make me attain that stage where I will be blessed by the divine glance of a great Bhagavata. Such Bhagavata, what is his quality? If you separate from that Bhagavata, you will not be able to tolerate it for even one fraction of a moment. And such Bhagavata, they don't care for liberation, they don't care for enjoyment in this world. For what? Just to see you once. If someone comes and tells this Bhagavata, you can see Bhagavan once or you can get liberated. What is your choice? That person will say, I would rather see Bhagavan just once. That is sufficient for me. So we can see the example of Hanuman, how Hanuman just enjoyed the embrace which was given once by Sri Rama. And when Sri Rama offered Hanuman, okay, come to Paramapadam. At that time, Hanuman said, no, no, I am okay. I can keep enjoying the embrace you gave me once. So, such personalities may be considered here. Those who are so advanced that they will just like to see Bhagavan, nothing more. So, that is explained in this shlokam. So, in these three shlokams, again, greatness of bhakti and then the greatness of Bhagavatas, they are revealed by Alavandar. We'll conclude this session and we'll continue on in the next session. Please go through the divyaprabandham.coil.org sthOthra detailed commentary for in-depth understanding. Alvar Tirudikale Sharanam, Alavandar Tirudikale Sharanam, Emberamanar Tirudikale Sharanam, I Jananyacharya Tirudikale Sharanam, GR Tirudikale Sharanam, GR Tirudikale Sharanam. எம்பெருமானார் தரிசனம் என்னதற்கு நம்பெருமாள் பெயரிட்டு நாட்டி வைத்தார் அம்புவி வந்த தரிசனத்தை எம்பெருமானார் வளர்த்து அந்த செயலறிக்கைக்கா